Strength after 40 begins with avoiding 7 quiet traps. Many people start lifting with good intentions and a busy life, then progress stalls or small pains pile up. The answer is not more grit. The answer is cleaner form, wiser choices, and a safer plan that your body can repeat for years. Here is the promise you can hold on to. When you remove a few common mistakes, strength training can feel enjoyable again. Joints feel calmer, energy lasts longer. You can climb stairs without a pause and carry groceries in one trip. You can garden without a sore back the next day. This is what strong for life looks like. If this approach fits your goals, subscribe so you get useful steps with each video. You are building a skill that pays you back every month and every year. Mistake 1 is starting heavy before you own the positions. People often skip the learning phase and jump straight to heavy weights. The body does not yet understand where joints should be, so knees cave in, backs arch, and shoulders shrug. The fix is to learn the 3 base patterns first and load them only after they feel natural. The patterns are the hip hinge, the squat or sit to stand, and the push or pull. Practice each with a slow tempo and full control. During a hip hinge, your hips move back while your spine stays long. During a squat or sit to stand, your knees track over the middle of your feet and you stand tall without a forward collapse. During a push or pull, your shoulder blades glide and your neck stays long. When these feel smooth, add light weights, then moderate weights. Form first, then load. If your knees are sensitive or you live with osteoarthritis, use a higher box and keep ranges modest at first. If you have osteoporosis, keep the spine long and avoid loaded forward bending and twisting. Any chest pain, severe shortness of breath, or sudden dizziness is a stop signal to be seen. To make this practical, begin with a form week. Choose 3 days in the next 7 days. On day 1, practice hip hinges with a dowel or broom along your spine for gentle feedback. On day 3, practice sit to stand from a sturdy chair with slow lowers and smooth stands. On day 5, practice an easy push and an easy pull with a light band. Keep breathing. Write one line after each session that says smooth, wobbly, or better. You are teaching your body a language, and it needs a little repetition to become fluent. Mistake 2 is ignoring the legs and hips, where most of your power and stability live. Many programs favor arms and chest because those movements feel familiar. Over time, the lower body falls behind, bone strength drifts down, and balance suffers. The fix is simple. Give legs and hips pride of place 2 days per week. Choose 1 knee bend movement and 1 hip hinge movement each time. A knee bend could be a squat to a box or a supported split squat. A hinge could be a deadlift with dumbbells or a hip bridge on the floor. Move through a comfortable range and keep your weight spread across the whole foot. The goal is not a personal record. The goal is steady strength that supports joints and bones as the years go by. You can keep it gentle and still make progress. If your knees complain, raise the box height or shorten the split stance and hold a counter for support. If your back feels touchy, choose a bridge on the floor or a very shallow hinge while keeping your spine long. If balance is the limiting factor, work near a stable surface and use fingertip support. This is not a weakness. This is smart training that respects your body and builds confidence. Mistake 3 is training into pain and calling it grit. Sharp knee pain, pinching in the shoulder, or a bite in the lower back is not a green light to keep going. Pain is a signal, not a test of character. The fix is to set clear stop rules and clean regressions before you start. A stop rule could be any sharp pain, any pain that makes you change your movement to avoid it, or any symptom that builds set after set. A clean regression could be a smaller range of motion, a lighter weight, a slower tempo, or a switch to a different pattern that spares the irritated area for a week. For example, if deep squats bite the knee, switch to sit to stands from a higher seat and slow the lowering phase for a few sessions. If overhead pressing pinches the shoulder, switch to a floor press or a push-up against a wall while you work on shoulder blade control. Most aches settle when you reduce load and range and restore good positions. Share one example so others can learn. In the comments, write the movement that tends to annoy you and the gentler version you will use this week. You will help someone else solve the same problem faster, and your plan will be more likely to stick because you named it. Mistake 4 is skipping balance and power because they feel optional. Balance and power are often the first qualities to fade with age, and they matter in daily life. A misstep on a curb requires balance. Standing from a low chair with an easy effort requires light power. The fix is to add a few minutes that target each quality without risk. For balance, practice a supported single leg stance or a slow heel two-toe walk along a counter for 1 or 2 minutes between strength sets. For power, practice a crisp but controlled stand from a chair with a soft pause at the bottom and a smooth stand. Use a higher seat if needed. Think quick but quiet effort, never a heave. Mistake 5 is forgetting recovery while chasing more work. Muscles do not grow during the set, they adapt when you rest and sleep. Many adults over 40 stack sessions back to back cut sleep short and keep stress high. Progress stalls and the body starts to whisper with nagging aches. The fix is to honor recovery like a training variable. Give yourself at least 1 day between hard lower body days. Keep easy walking in the mix most days since it helps joints recover without strain. Aim for a steady sleep schedule so your body can repair on a rhythm. Protect 30 to 60 minutes of evening wind down without late caffeine or long naps during the day. After training, plan a full meal within 2 hours so your body has materials to rebuild. If you have kidney disease, confirm the right protein amount with your clinician. Mistake 6 is underestimating how much form and strength rely on calm breathing and tempo. Rushing turns good positions into sloppy ones. Holding your breath for long periods can raise blood pressure and make you dizzy. The fix is to slow down and breathe with the work. During most lifts, exhale during the effort and inhale during the return. Move the weight on a steady count. For example, stand from a chair over 2 slow counts, then lower back to the seat over 3 slow counts. If blood pressure runs high, avoid breath holding and long grinding sets. Calm tempo and steady breath protect your joints and your vessels while still building strength. Mistake 7 is training without a simple plan that repeats. A random program gives you exercise, but not steady progress. You forget what you did last week and cannot build on it. The fix is a light notebook and a 2-day split that repeats for 4 weeks. Day 1 is lower body and balance with a short power drill. Day 2 is upper body and core with a short balance practice. Repeat the pair across the week with at least 1 rest day between the same day types. Write the movement, the weight, and the repetitions. Aim for 2 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 repetitions for most movements, stopping 2 repetitions before your form breaks. Every week, nudge one variable by a small amount. Add a repetition to one set, add a tiny amount of weight, or slow the lowering phase by 1 second. Here is a clean 2-day template you can start on Monday. On day 1, warm your joints with an easy range of motion for 2 minutes. Then perform a sit to stand to a box, a hip hinge or bridge, and a supported split squat if knees allow. Between sets, walk heel to toe along a counter for balance practice and finish with a crisp stand from a chair. On day 2, train a push and a pull, such as a wall push-up or floor press, and a band row or a single-arm dumbbell row, then add a simple suitcase carry with short steps and quiet ribs. Between sets, hold a supported single-leg stance and close with a gentle plank or dead bug. Keep each session under 45 minutes and end with 3 calm breaths so your heart rate settles. Use flat shoes with good grip, a stable box at knee height, a light and moderate dumbbell pair, and a band. A kitchen counter or the back of a sturdy chair gives fingertip support. Mark 2 weekly appointment blocks with a red line, and if life intrudes, move the whole block within the same day rather than cancel. Post your plan so it becomes real. In the comments, write the names of your 2 training blocks for this month, for example, pull and legs balance, and the exact clock times. Add 1 small change you will practice this week, such as a slower lower on squats or a steadier breath on rows. Seeing your plan in writing makes you more likely to follow through. What progress feels like and how to adjust. In week 1 and week 2, standing from low chairs and climbing stairs may feel a little easier. Start each new movement with a weight that feels light and a range that feels safe, and end the session while you still feel fresh. The day after training, a dull ache that fades is normal. Sharp or increasing pain, swelling, or tingling means scale back and check with a clinician if it does not settle. In week 3 and week 4, add 1 small change, such as 1 more repetition on 1 set or a slower lower. In week 5 through week 8, notice smoother tempo or better control. Once a week, write a single measure, such as sit to stands in 1 minute. A gentle upward trend over months is success. As you move, keep 3 cues in mind. Press both feet into the floor so knees track over the middle of the foot. Keep a long spine during hinges as if a string lifts the top of your head. Let shoulder blades glide during pushes and pulls while your neck stays long. Breathe steadily. If a cue makes you tense, drop it and choose a simpler one. When the basics feel solid, remember this. Strong for life is very possible after 40. It is not about punishment or perfect workouts. It is about clean movements, smart choices, and a repeatable plan. Your body can learn at any age. Your bones and muscles respond when you train them with care. Your balance improves when you practice it in safe ways. This is how you keep moving freely in the years ahead. If this was helpful, subscribe at the end of this episode so you receive one clear step in each video. Share this with a friend who wants to feel strong again. Together, we can build a community that chooses steady actions that protect our future selves.